Teacher knowledge and behavior is the component of the model that focuses on teachers' knowledge of students and content and on their expertise in classroom management and pedagogy. Teacher behavior is the element of teacher knowledge and behavior that encompasses classroom management and pedagogy. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. These sophomore students are beginning an interdisciplinary unit that combines their English and health classes. The students will work in groups to make short, persuasive videos on an environmental health topic. The English teacher demonstrates content management, a component of classroom management, in her management of a daily preview session. The teacher manages the degree of accountability in her classroom by giving the students increasing responsibility for planning and organization.
We are beginning a new unit, and just like I've done on all the other units, I have a calendar for you, and I'll give you just a couple of minutes to take a look at it. The rubric for this project that we're going to work on next is on the back, and I'll explain how we're going to work the project and what the groups are after everybody gets a handout. You can see it's a little bit longer than usual, and that a lot of it has free spaces, meaning that you've got a lot of work time. We've really worked on being independent learners this year, and I'm really excited about how you've taken responsibility for your own learning. So as we go into this unit, that's one thing I know that you'll enjoy, that as I give you more and more responsibility, and you take more and more responsibility, then you've got more of the planning time that you'll be responsible for.
The English teacher demonstrates a component of pedagogy through her implementation of integrated instruction. The interdisciplinary nature of this unit gives students the opportunity to practice their language skills by researching compelling topics of environmental health.
So let's take a look at the calendar. Notice that it's with health. And Ms. Dewey, at the same time that we are working, is going to be introducing the same project and doing the health requirements for it. It's just like other projects that we have done through the year. You'll be working in both classes. So once we get rolling on the actual making of iMovies on the environmental health issues, you'll get to work in English and you'll get to work in health, which means when we sign up in groups in just a minute, you'll need to sign up with somebody that you can work with both periods. So I've got the health classes marked on here also, and Ms. Dewey and I have it worked out that she's going to help you find topics. She's going to help you see how it fits into the unit. She'll be working with the small groups, helping you find a specific area in that general topic, while in this class we'll be doing the technology.
The teacher also relies on her knowledge of English language arts to design a unit that incorporates her long-term learning goals.
So we're going to combine technology, and you're proving. You're going to have a product. You're going to have some kind of a work sample that says, I understand what a healthy environment is. Now, the English part of it. We've worked on persuasion all year. If you think back, we started with parliamentary procedure where you had to get up and talk about an issue. We wrote the biology essays, and you argued. Your partner wrote pro and you wrote con about a biology issue. We read those nonfiction essays and showed how they used persuasion and all the specific things. They used loaded words and they used appeals to emotion. I'd like you, as you work in your small groups with Ms. Dewey then, to persuade the audience to do something.
The teachers demonstrate content management, part of classroom management, and their management of group focus. They allow the students to form their own groups as much as possible. The teachers also demonstrate an element of pedagogy by creating a learning environment that provides for collaborative learning experiences.
One of the key things is going to be, who do you work with? And we would like in this unit to give you a lot of say as to who you would work effectively with. Because also, we want this to be a learning experience. You're going to learn a lot more than if Ms. Dewey and I stood up here and talked about electric cars, or we stood up here and talked about pollution. But as you learn about electric cars or as you learn about pollution, we also would like to have it to be a comfortable learning experience. So I'm going to have you sign up according to health and English so that you are with kids that you can work with in the 2 class periods. But then I'm also going to give you a card and you can say who you would like as your first choice. Why don't you put one name down, and we'll try as hard as we can to put you in groups up with your first choice. As we look at groups that will be effective, I'll tell you that one other thing Ms. Dewey and I will be looking for is an even split. We need a computer person in each group, somebody who's going to be your techie. We need somebody who is going to be your pusher, somebody who will be the person who's in charge and kind of keeps everybody on task and keeps going. We're going to look for groups that work effectively together. We'll probably need somebody that's pretty good with interviewing or speaking or writing questions or researching, so we'll take that into account too. Do I have all your cards?
The students have to create storyboards to plan their video projects. The English teacher uses the Star Wars DVD to show the students an example of a professional storyboard. She demonstrates an element of pedagogy by using instructional resources that appeal to young adults.
The Star Wars is kind of interesting because on this DVD, you can watch the movie. You can have all the movie and the sound and the music going in the background. I guess you wouldn't see the movie. And you can just see the storyboards. So we're going to see some professional. Now remember, they're great artists. I don't care if you're a great artist. You can put stick figures in. But you can also watch this DVD with the storyboard in the corner and the movie showing on the bottom. And so I think that's what we're going to try. Chad, do you want to go ahead and start the Star Wars?
The students will use iMovie and Avid Cinema to edit their video clips. The teacher has each group complete a tutorial for one of the two editing systems. The teacher's management of the degree of accountability demonstrates content management, an element of classroom management. The teacher also demonstrates a component of pedagogy by incorporating new technologies into the curriculum. She recognizes technology as an instructional resource that can enhance student learning.
I would like to wander around and answer questions, but I hope that you can figure out an awful lot of it on your own. I hope that you will look on the computer next to you and ask them, or try and figure it out from the tutorials so that you're in charge of your own learning. But because I know there's going to be things that you don't know, put a cup up on top of your computer if you want me to come and answer a question. And I'll try to keep moving around, but if I see a cup up, I'll come over right away so that I know that you can't get any farther than you are.
While the students are working on the tutorials, the health teacher meets with each group to go over their planning sheets and storyboards according to the assessment rubric for the unit. The teacher demonstrates an element of pedagogy by taking responsibility for managing and monitoring student learning.
Would it help to have people at the pop machine? Something with the pop machine and the box next to it? Somebody putting a can in, finishing their pop, putting the can in.
We could go stand there while they drink their pop.
Maybe that's how you. Maybe that's how you could end it.
Okay. Put it like under our credits.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a neat idea.
Thanks.
Okay. So, drinking pop at the pop machine, and then recycle can. That'll be a neat ending with your credits.
Okay.
Good job. Okay, you girls are set and ready to go.
The English teacher demonstrates content management, an element of classroom management, in her management of group in-class work. As the students work cooperatively to edit their own video footage, the teacher circulates among the students, asking questions and giving suggestions to guide the students' focus.
So you're going to have some nice shot variety right there then too.
This one too, right? Yeah. And I think we should move that one too.
Yeah, but we don't know where to put it.
Well, no, I think it should go right
after.
three. Yeah, because that one.
Did you have something from your storyboard? Or you can deviate from your storyboard. I'm not saying that.
We can, Mark.
Okay. I was going to say if your storyboard would help you at this point.
Are you saying put it right after?
Yeah.
I tried doing that when I was putting them in the front, and I ended up putting the title in between them because it looked really bad because it's not a continuous motion thing.
After the students have done their research and gathered their information, the school library media specialist helps them evaluate their sources. The library media specialist's presentation and discussion demonstrates an element of pedagogy. She is actively integrating instruction on information literacy by collaborating with classroom teachers.
What's another way that you might evaluate information? Kate?
Like if it came, where it came from, like the source, like if it was from, the Weekly World News or if it was from New York Times.
Okay. What the source is. What's the authority of the source? Is it an expert? Is it something you've heard of before? Or is it something a little obscure? So that's a good point. What's another way to evaluate, Katie?
How deep it goes into like your topic.
Okay, how deep it goes into it. What's the scope of the whole thing? Is it an entire book about your subject? Is it one article in the Clayton County Register? Or is it a series of articles on recycling that might have been in a paper? The depth or the scope of it, yes. Anything else? We'll want the names of the people who are working on the group, the title of your project, what's your topic, and then list 2 sources of information. Get together and decide between the 2 of you, where have we gotten our information? Then I'd like you to have some discussion on this and decide which of these 2 sources was the best source of information for us, which was not the best, and I'd also like you to decide whether you still need more information and where you think you need to go to get that. Which of those was the better source of information for you so far?
Probably the health textbook.
All right. Because?
It had a broader range of information.
All right.
The city clerk we got the information for the noise ordinance.
Okay. And that was kind of a specific kind of information. So, yeah, he was probably the best source to use for that piece of information, right? Yeah.